The day is here. We are here to talk about the Star Wars HasLab. We are beyond excited to have some dedicated time just to talk about this HasLab. So before we even get started, let's do a quick round of intros. My name is Jing. I work on marketing.
I'm Chris on design.
And I'm Emily on design.
All right, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's talk HasLab.
Yeah, that was amazing. So this has been such a dream project for all of us, and we're here today to talk about all the great details we were lucky enough to build in. So let's get right into it.
That's right. This HasLab is absolutely huge. Now you zoom out, you can see more of it. It is one of the most quintessential Star Wars locations, a perfect gathering place for so many characters that we've seen in Star Wars history. As you saw in the video, there are two ways to back this HasLab, and that's because we know that fans might have different needs for their own collection. So we wanted to make it, adjustable for you.
Options, exactly. So there is a base option. We have that here, which includes all the parts you see here on the table on this side. With the outer facade as you enter the cantina, that's this piece here. So you get that nice exterior bit. The main entry arch and stairs, obviously the iconic bar, as well as 3 modular booths. Yeah, here, we can bring this over. We can show you guys all this kind of, this is just a peek at some of the amazing detail we've got going on here. We've got the chairs, we've got some of many cups in here, more on that later. Droid detectors, all of that great detail. 3 modular booth sections, so all 3 of these are the same. They come apart. We can get into more details on that too. It comes with a full array of furniture and accessories, so short stools. We've got tall stools, like there's a tall stool there, short stools around the tables. Chairs, bench seats, tables, over 100 cups. There is, of course, the bar area itself. Loads of pipes and details, including the large clear drink containers on the ends and around the center of the bar. Just pipes, details everywhere. It's so rich and thick with that sort of detail. Even the 3 little keyboard type accessories, I bet you never even spotted.
Yeah, I love, especially because we get to be so close, all the intricate details that you built in here. It's gorgeous. And what's also great about being able to show this here is this base offering is huge. The offering is over 32 inches by 19 inches when assembled. I'm really here just for scale purposes, just to see how big this is.
Jing for scale.
Jing for scale.
And honestly, that's enormous, because that's basically the size of the big Millennium Falcon iconic ship that we did a few years ago.
Yep.
Exactly. So let's spend a little bit of time on each of these pieces. As mentioned, we have the outer entrance facade and internal entrance. 3 of those modular booth pieces, and then the bar with all its pipes and details, and of course a lot of accessories. So we'll just count some of those out for you. We've got 8 of these round tables that you can see up here at the front and kind of scattered around the bar, very iconic table shape. We've got 1 large rectangular table, which if we pull the top off this modular booth, Jing can show that. So that's in a lot of, well, not a lot, 1 or 2 very rare behind the scenes photos, but it is in the original shots, so we wanted that in here to be extra special. We've got 4 tall stools, so you can see one of those here on this side of the bar. There are a couple more bar height stools on the other side. We have 14 of the short stools that you can see around the tables around the bar. We've got 5 of the single seat chairs. Those, you saw some of those in the entryway. They're also in other areas of the booth, so they work in coordination with the bench seats, which is essentially a 2-seat version of that single chair. So we've got 4 of those 2-seat benches, and then we have 8 different types of cups. Or, well, actually, no, 9 different types of cups. I forgot we added another cup, just because we wanted to be completists about this stuff. So here's a little array of all the cups. I pulled one from all the different places, but you can see we've kind of decorated the set with a bunch of those cups. And here's a close-up shot of some of those. So just covering all that variety.
Yeah, take a deep breath, because that was like a countdown of all the things that come with it. And that went through, I mean, it was good to be able to visually show that, but all of that will also be on the PDP, because it's important to have, or on the website itself. So it's important to have that level of detail for you fans. And as mentioned, you do have the option to back the deluxe offering as well. So all of that is, what we just showed.
Give this to you to put back over there.
Yes.
But the deluxe offering also includes some extra special pieces. So such as,
because it's also even bigger too.
Well, yeah. Once you put those 2 together, you're massive.
Exactly. It's spanning over 32 inches by 29 when fully assembled for the deluxe option.
Right. And so some of those extra pieces, it's got 3 more modular booths. That's the big core part of it. But it also has, it's got all those extra special features. So it's got the furniture. It's got extra details here. Like there's a little head here on the wall. We've got another detail, like some great stuff that is kind of there in the background and maybe you never noticed.
Those are my favorite parts about the deluxe set. I love this little sort of creature head, almost crocodilian-like, and then over here, the little skull. It's all these little creature bits on the walls that really bring both the deluxe and the basic to life.
Exactly. So with those, we've got 5 additional short stools, a couple extra single-seat chairs, 4 more of those 2-seat benches. And those 2-seat benches, there's one of those over in the booth that Han's sitting in. It's the same exact bench he's sitting on. So 6 additional round tables in this set, and even more cups. I think 20 more cups coming with just the deluxe add-on.
So many cups.
So many cups.
And as always, we've worked really closely with Lucasfilm to make sure all of those crazy, intricate details that we love, that you guys love, are in scene and entertainment are reflected in what we've brought here.
Yes. Thank you, Chris. That was, again,
It's not just Chris. It is a giant team working on this.
Yeah,
so many
I meant
people.
to spew all of those numbers.
Spew the detail.
Was impressive. So both HasLab that we just seen here, the 2 offerings, the regular and as well as the deluxe model are modulars for that optimized play and display. You talked a little bit about it, but that's what this whole set is about, for you to be able to, optimize it for your display.
That's right, and each alcove can be configured in different ways. So I'm going to steal off the end of this piece. I'm going to steal one of these alcoves. Grab this. I'm going to lift it off of the furniture and stuff there so I can bring it over here and we can talk about this briefly. Thank you. We've got the basic module here, so I can spin that around. I can show you that. So we've got details. This module is different from some of the others. There are some other details we can get into as we talk more. But if you look close, I can pull the top off of this module here. And then the back comes off, the sidewalls come off, so this back is different than the other backs, a different window, different wall accessory. We've got the facade wall, and we've got a couple side walls with pipes or no pipes, and you can really reconfigure all these pieces, and they interchange with all the other booth sections, so you can really reconfigure those.
Yep.
And really embrace that modularity for however you want to display it.
And I love that modularity option, because if I don't have a flat space to display this, I might take some of these booth pieces, lay it out flat, and do sort of a shelf display myself that really kind of highlights each alcove and all the specific figures that would go inside it.
Right. Yeah, you can take the entrance facade piece and create a nice little scene where Luke and Obi-Wan first walk into the cantina, or using the HasLab main entryway that we showed earlier. You can do that scene where Luke and 3PO and R2 enter and find out that droids aren't allowed.
Yeah. You're walking down memory lane here.
Yeah,
Just build out all of those scenes as you see fit.
And we really wanted to embrace how people might display and use this. So it's the ability to set it up however works best for you guys. So we know like shelf space is a premium, something that's going to be the coffee table in the center of your house. Doesn't work for everybody, but this will fit on shelves and you can break it apart, display it however you want. So.
Yeah. So one thing we did want to touch on is just how authentic this piece is to the original movie set.
Yeah, we had to make sure everything was accurate to Star Wars: A New Hope. We even referenced the original movie blueprints for this thing, which was a lot of fun.
Again, like, I know the team was really keen on this to just make this as authentic feeling as we possibly could. So you spent a lot of time digging through rare behind-the-scenes footage.
The funnest part.
It is. It's one of the funnest parts.
So work, right? Yep. Researching all the details we probably could.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mentioned how the facade wall for this booth was different than some of the others. And one of those details is the unique torn up wall section that's right next to Han when he's sitting in his booth. So if you look over at this section here, you'll see kind of a different torn up facade on the corner of Han's booth. We don't need to pull that out, but I think you can get a good shot of that. We'll pick up some B-roll for you guys too. Just a great detail and different things like that. So there's different bubblers sitting around the bar, so you can see those being used in the film. All the pipes behind the bar details, all that sort of stuff. Everything down to the fine details of the different cups and random jet engine pieces adorning the walls, to the kinds of stools, like all that stuff's accounted for here. So you don't want to know just the amount of time. Like I'm stumbling just because I'm thinking back on how much time I spent counting cups and looking at background details and going through all that. Yeah.
That's our name.
I think it's our band name.
Yeah, Counting Cups.
Even little details like the unique wall fixtures seen in the film, from where some scenes were shot in Los Angeles instead of the original soundstage in England. We tried to capture all that, and it all found a home in this set.
Yeah, it's, again, we've said it so many times, it's all about the details here, and the team having such a broad space to work with really try to fit all of those great little nitbits in there.
Yeah.
So another thing we tried to do here is account for how fans might want to dress out their cantinas with the addition of lights. So you really made it customizable.
That's right, and we know a lot of our fans will want to modify things for themselves, both for toy photography, for display, all sorts of things like that. So for instance, the little round tables we have here. I'm gonna move one of those up here to the middle so we can get a good shot of that. So in the center of this round table, I've got some cups stuck on here for decoration too, but that lamp in the middle of the table, just like in the film, is molded in a clear piece. And in ours, we made that open to the bottom. So if you want to put a little lamp underneath that and drop that down, that little lamp will look like it's glowing from underneath. And I think you'll see some of that in some of the photos we're releasing today as well.
Yeah, in fact, let's share some of those photos. Some of the dioramas that our own personal fan photographer, Matt Cohen, was able to capture for us. You notice that these are truly just diorama shots using some past figures that we had in our collection for some of that scene building. So fans that have some of these figures in their own collection can build out these diorama scenes of them for themselves, however you would like to. And those shots are just, they're amazing.
They're magic,
They absolutely are.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was such a fun photo shoot. And you can really see in his shots that cool effect you'll get when you add your own LED lights if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something to strive for.
It is something. Yeah,
amazing.
Matt's work and what we were able to do with this once we got to that level with lighting and photography. Yeah, it really was magic. Those moments of seeing those first couple of photos come off, and you look at it and you don't know whether it's movie or the set here.
It was inspirational. All right, that was amazing, and so much to talk to, and so many cups and details and all of that. But I know a lot of fans are so eager for us to talk about this too. Let's talk figures.
That's
In
right.
fact,
Here, I'm going to go put this back. Emily, you take over here.
Yeah, come on over.
I'm so excited. It's figure time. We are thrilled to reveal this unique set of Cantina characters.
Yeah.
So of course, who are we going to start with? You guys saw him in the video. We can't have a bar without a bartender. So here's a quick look at Wuher. And the Mos Eisley Cantina, it sure has a surly bartender. And honestly, we felt Wuher would be just the great, perfect pack-in included figure for this set, since he's necessary to so many key movie scenes. And so really, you know, Wuher, he's got a rough past with droids, and it shows in how he runs this bar. That's why he's installed those droid detectors right at the front door, and he'd like you to know he doesn't serve their kind here.
That's right. Your droids can wait outside.
He's already pointing, you can tell.
He's
telling you this right now.
He's on it.
Yeah.
So for this one, we packed that sort of shotgun-sized heavy blaster with him to do just that, protect this cantina. And he's also going to come with 3 different hands. He's got interchangeable right hand, because he's kind of got 3 jobs to do, 3 key poses. He's got a point. You can get out of this bar. He's got to hold cups for bartending, and he's also wielding that blaster. So he's got those interchangeable right hands to do it all. And his deco is complete with this sort of wash deco over the tunic on the torso, and that little peak of chest hair. All right, and so let's slide Wuher over here.
So that's one. There's 2 more included figures.
There's 2 more, yep. You guys
2
saw
more
these
that
already.
We just have to talk about at the same time.
Yay!
It's time for the Tonnika sisters. So these 2 were siblings in these eye-catching, colorful suits with these intricate beehive hairstyles. Really, really fun. You can see the taller sister Senni here in green and her sister Brea in the blue. And they could be seen in A New Hope along the left side of the cantina bar, chatting with the clientele. So for these product details, we're thrilled to at last bring these long-requested, never-done characters to the vintage collection. And we've aimed to capture all of those little costume details. Some of them are still being finessed in final photography, so you can see, for example, Senni has this little silver bracelet over here on her left hand. It wasn't in all of our photography, but this is our latest print. These are just, again, work-in-progress models. And we had to give them a blaster. So we were inspired. We thought about what blaster are they going to come with, and we thought about the con artist's need for stealth. So we've packed them with a blaster that for their time would be an antique, but a usefully stealthy one to conceal. And that's the ELG-3A holdout blaster. And each sister will come with sort of the extended and the condensed version of that blaster. It felt in line with their cool 70s style.
It does. Yeah. It's a nice vibe for them. I really like that choice.
Yeah. I mean, we can't wait to see that these never before done characters come to life in this campaign. It's about time, right? Time for Tonnika.
It is. This is one we've all been so excited about.
Yes. And now let's talk about our unlockable tiers, starting with the first tier unlocked at 11,000 backers.
Unta gutta solo. This is Greedo. Here he is. What a fun one. So this Rodian bounty hunter, he was on the hunt to capture his bounty for Jabba the Hutt. And who could he run into, this unlucky Rodian, except the fastest smuggler this side of the galaxy? Unfortunately, in the cantina, he met his end, spoiler alert, in a spectacular shootout with Han Solo, right about in that booth there. And so, I mean, personally, I felt like Greedo was one of the most amazing cantina aliens to me as a kid. He stood out. He was so memorable. He just became iconic to Star Wars. And Greedo, he's going to have all new tooling, updated articulation if unlocked. That actually goes for everybody here. He'll come with his DT-12 blaster, which he can fit into his working holster. And I just think it's been really perfect to be able to pose him in the booth seat where you saw him in the movie.
An amazing style. I know he's so memorable.
And styling.
Yeah. But he just looks amazing. Great job, Emily and team. For our next unlockable tier at 14,000 backers, who has 4 thumbs and the shiniest outfit in this bar?
That's right. It's Nabrun Leids.
It is.
So this more Syrian pilot and sometimes smuggler was chilling at the bar just minding his drink when a couple of weird Jedi types wandered in, causing trouble. But Nabrun is from a species who only breathes methane gas, so he has to bring his own breathing mask along, though he might sometimes use it to also sip a drink.
That's right. It's one of my favorite poses he does. And just for that favorite pose, he's going to come with an interchangeable mask hose. You can see down here he comes with a straight one, and he also comes with one that can make that S-shaped curve to sip from the drink. Gotta watch for those pose details. And we were so excited to create this alien because we knew we could bring so much new and improved articulation to those 4 arms. And it was a really fun sculpting challenge. If Nabrun Leids is backed in this campaign, he'll have an incredible amount of articulation, a fully sprayed silver suit, and 2 blaster pistols. And where's that other blaster pistol? Make sure to look out for my other favorite sneaky pose, the behind-the-back concealed blaster, a 4-armed deception. So, I mean, how fun.
He's got 2 extra arms worth of articulation.
That's right.
I love that shot. That's so fun. Finally, our last figure tier of our campaign at 17,000 backers. We knew that we wanted to bring you one more figure that we've never done before.
And this patron could be spotted in his booth seat, nursing a cup of blue milk, seated with his friends like Hem Dazon, Bombimden, and Pons Limbic. It's Arleil Schous. That's right. This member of the Deathwolf species, which we feel like it's like a combination of bat meets wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy always stood out to me in a very early cantina shot because of his bright, glowing red eyes in the dark booth.
Yeah, it made him seem especially scary, right up until the moment where you caught a look at his 1970s ski jacket.
I'm telling you, style.
Styling. And this awesome sort of contrast between that detailed furry head and the jacket just made him a really fun character to create. One of the other great details of his costume was those huge claw-tipped hands with only 3 fingers each. And so Arleil will come with his blaster pistol, a great wash deco across his jacket, and across his fur to just bring out all that detail of the sculpt.
Yeah. I mean, these are amazing looking. So great job on all of the figures, Emily.
Thank you.
A great look there at all 6 of them.
The lineup.
Yeah.
Great addition to this HasLab. As for the packaging, because we know how important that is to the fans, all 6 of the figures features brand new exclusive cardbacks in the vintage collection from Star Wars A New Hope. All cardbacks images are sourced from original foam outs, but are slightly refined and illustrated in some areas to make it complete for this packaging. And again, these cardbacks are exclusive, so you won't get them anywhere else outside of this HasLab, so it's really important to get it here. In addition, at this time, the base offerings, the vintage collection, Wuher, Senni Tonnika, and Brea Tonnika action figures will be exclusive to this, the vintage collection, Mos Eisley Cantina HasLab campaign, with no current plans to release them separately. Also, if we reach our stretch goal tiers, Greedo, Nabrun Leids, and Arleil Schous will receive exclusive cardbacks that will only be available in this HasLab project. We can't wait to see if we're able to fully back the Cantina as well as unlock all 3 tiers.
Yep.
This is truly a passion project for so many people on the team, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. It was so exciting for us to share the details with you here. Again, the Cantina itself will be unlocked at 8,000 backers, which will come with Wuher and the Tonnika sisters in the base funding. You can back either the base Cantina at $399.99 or the deluxe version at $499.99. Either will go towards the funding goals. This campaign is live now on HasbroPulse.com. So go and back this campaign now.
Right. Do not miss out.
Do not miss out. You have until July 8th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to fully back this campaign. I know that this is a shorter window than normal, but I think we can do it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna crush it, and I hope everybody here is on that bandwagon.
Yeah, it's such a dream project for us that I hope your fans will join us in this journey. And again, apologies that the announcement was delayed, but...
Yeah, but we were hard at work on creating all of this for you and really making sure things were top notch. One extra thing we did while we were taking a little bit of extra time here is we worked up a nice fun little label sheet for you guys. Something to just enhance what's going on here. So there's a lot of space and wall surface on this. We thought a label sheet with some kind of in-universe things going on, posters, signs, all that sort of thing, so you can customize the outside of the thing would be a fun, a fun little nod and a gift to fans.
Block out a couple hours because this is gold.
They're so funny.
Yeah, just to be able to go through it.
There's lots of translation to do for fans.
Get out your Arabic translator.
Yes.
All right, so that was the HasLab, which we are all super excited about. But we did want to share a little bit more news with the team. 2025 is going to be a year to remember, and we think it's about time for us to hashtag it Return to Tatooine. We rehearsed that a little bit. Oh man, the HasLab was only our first step. We have so much more in store for you guys outside of this HasLab 2. We have so much more to share with you in the coming year. So that was just the first stop. Trust us, it's about the story. There's more to come. In fact, we're a little bit impatient. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do some pipelines.
In fact, let's do something even more special for these pipelines. Since we're all about building out the world of the Cantina here, check out some of these mysterious figures.
And this first shot, it's an iconic shootout captured from this sneaky angle, and I think we all know which smuggler Greedo is facing.
I wonder.
Who could it be?
Maybe we've already said his name.
That shot is amazing, by the way. Great job to Matt.
He did such a good job.
Yeah.
And next up in this bar shot, we can catch a glimpse of a certain farm boy, a Jedi in hiding, and a very tall Wookiee. So guys, these were so much fun to create, these little tease pictures. I think they'll be amazing characters for adding to your Cantina, ones we didn't want to miss the opportunity to update outside of this campaign. And we love how Matt, one of our photographers, captured those future figures in a Cantina already. And this is just a great sneak peek of future items to come. Just to note, these are very early looks at figures that might come later this year and next year. And we rushed these forward to do some early development models just to be able to shoot this sneak peek. So please stay tuned.
Yeah, that's why they're shrouded in shadow. It's really, really early for us. But just to close out with the official pipeline images now, just to make it like really obvious what is coming, confirming we will have a new Luke Skywalker, a new Ben Kenobi, a new Han Solo, and a partially updated Chewbacca with a new portrait and new legs, all from Star Wars A New Hope. So again, that was just the beginning, and we were impatient. We wanted to add a little bit more, but there's even more to come. So again, these are really early pipelines, but don't worry, they're coming in the future. Stay tuned for official reveals at a future date. All right, guys, that was a lot.
That was a lot. It is a lot.
It is a lot. Thank you guys for joining us today and spending time with us talking about this HasLab. And please go back the HasLab now.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Yes. There's so much excitement for this team, for this dream project, and thank you for spending time with us. So right now, go return to Tatooine and back this HasLab.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.